to episode 1 of Ready for It. And today I am joined with my co-host.
Hi, my name is Isabella. Nice to meet you. And yeah, welcome for Ready to It.
Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, how was your day today?
It was alright. I just had a test before coming and just filming the podcast. It was like GCSEs in English, so I think I'll have these opportunity to quite relax.
That's
You know what I mean? Just
yeah.
write some stories and then just forget
Yeah, of
about
course.
the tests. But it's really cool actually to have us here. Yeah.
Okay. So why don't we get started? Okay. So first, story. Am I the asshole for not talking to my dad anymore? I am a 13-year-old girl and my dad is abusive. I have stopped talking to him since about February, and that has caused a lot of tension between me and my sister. My dad is a great master at manipulating people and convincing people that he is always right, and if you don't agree with him, you're wrong. I'm involved with CYPS services, and they've determined that my dad is extremely mental and emotionally abusive. My dad has completely brainwashed my sister and convinced her the CYPS people just wants to hurt her and his relationship because they are always on the women's side. So that's what my sister thinks too. She only says what he wants, and that has resulted in the police coming over multiple times, especially when he has been planting things in her head. And like he says, things like, and I quote, this exactly what he said: a lot of people killed themselves when they are in a situation like you. We wouldn't want that to happen, would we? She also yells and calls me a blank fat cunt who ruins her life because I don't talk to him, and she says that he was trying to protect me and that my mum is lying to me. If I tell her certain things about the physical abuse, she says I'm lying and that I just want attention. Even though he did it to her too. FYI, he used to suffocate me in blankets and hit me in the head as hard as he could. Recently, I have been really depressed and wondering if I should talk to him again because it's too much drama to try and avoid him. I'm emotionally drained and exhausted. So am I the asshole for not talking to him anymore? I just feel like I need outside confirmation that what I'm doing is best for me and my mental health. And if not, what should I do? Thank you. Wow, that was a story, honestly. What do you think?
It was really funny because they literally omitted the F word, but
yeah,
you say,
wow, this is a.
but you
child
say
friendly.
you say the worst word. You say the C word.
Yeah.
You say the C word just naturally, just trying to meet the F word. But well,
What do you think?
what can we do?
I don't think she is the asshole because if your dad is like physically abusing you and like doesn't even like you, then you really have no point in talking to him anymore.
Yeah, maybe. Obviously, we cannot deny that those are our parents. So I think if she has tried to, have a conversation with him and just tell him what she thinks, if she has had it and he doesn't respond as she wants to have like a real conversation with him, and then if he replied like quite dangerously, yeah, definitely that would be a good sign. So it's quite a red flag. So I think she's being fine because obviously she's taking care of her mental health, which is now the priority. And if via like through conversations and things like that, she kind of established like a proper relationship with his dad, with her dad. Sorry. Yeah, definitely. That would be a good thing.
And I quote this: like he is a master manipulator. So even if like she will try to talk to him, like he will probably like manipulate her in some way or like lie to her as well. But let's see what the comments say. So the top comment about is by I love having an opinion. He absolutely not the asshole. He does not deserve to be talked to by. He does not deserve to be talked to by you ever again. You are doing what's best for you and your mental health. Don't go back just because he's a master manipulator and is causing drama. Like, fuck your sister off too. They both need help.
They both need help.
Yes, they do. I mean, he's not wrong. He is really not wrong. What do you think?
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense to have that comment in, because obviously you need to prioritize your mental health, and it's really important nowadays to have that awareness that you need to have like a good relationship with yourself first, and afterwards your family and your friends. So if one part of your family, in this case, which is really essential, like your dad, is trying to manipulate and brainwash you in sort of way, you definitely need to take care of what you say and what you actually do. In this case, you need to avoid treating people like that, because obviously you'll be affecting your mental health. It's mainly it.
Yeah, and like she should also like really be careful with her mental health as well, because that could lead to depression and that could lead to suicide, and we don't really want that. Yeah. For most of that comments, they're always saying that she's not the asshole. So is she the asshole?
She's not.
She's not the asshole. Okay, let's go on to the second story, which is also about family issues and a dad. So, am I the asshole for thinking that my stepdad is more of a dad to me than my own? My 19 female parents have been together for about 3 to 5 months when my mum became unexpectedly pregnant with me. Although I wasn't expected, I was absolutely wanted by my mum's doctor, because my mum's doctor told her that she wouldn't be able to have children. They were both very happy about the pregnancy and started preparing everything. My dad at this point still lived in his room in his parents' house, which was located in the attic, so they started to expand the article to an apartment. While my mum was pregnant, she would be helping a lot. When I was born, my dad couldn't be there because of his work. He is travelling all around the country working on railroads for trains. After I was born, they got married and we lived happily together. But he would be gone a lot because of his work. So my mum and dad both decided that they want a divorce. I was about 5 years old, I think. My mum then met my stepdad, who took care of me and loved me as his own daughter. I still visited my dad on weekends and holidays. After a few years of living with them, they broke up, and my mum and I relocated back to her hometown. I was about 10 years old. My dad would be visiting me during the holidays and on my birthdays, and I would visit him. This lasted for about 2 years. Then his visits became lesser and lesser, and I would be the one visiting him. We texted, but in the end, I would always be the one starting the conversation. Then my mum and stepdad, who I grew up with, came back together because I was in the middle of school. They started a long distance relationship. He would visit us regularly to spend time with both of us. He showed interest in what I was doing, who my friends were, how I was doing in school, and if I was healthy. My dad didn't. He never asked that type of questions, but on the other hand, when I would be visiting him, we would have a great time together. 2 or 3 times a year. Because of his work, he was near my home a lot of the time, so he could have easily visited me for some time. He didn't do that. When he got a girlfriend again, he hasn't told me about it. I was going to visit him in the summer holidays, and my mum decided to bring me a day earlier than he expected. I was really excited to see him. When I came in there, was this woman sitting on the couch, which he told me was his girlfriend. He told me that they have been together for about half a year or more. Anyway, moved in with my stepdad. He was really excited. He swiped my room on his own and built furniture that we ordered. We lived together. We have lived together for 4 months now, and he is the best. My dad lives 5 minutes away from us, so I thought things would change. They didn't. He is living his life, and I'm the one thinking, did I do something wrong? Is it my fault? Am I a bad daughter for thinking of my stepdad more as a dad than my own? My mum and stepdad are getting married next year, which got me thinking, who would I want to walk me down the aisle when I marry somebody? My dad? My stepdad? Okay, that was quite a long story, I'm not gonna lie. But what do you think?
I really like the final quote, which says, I'm currently having that discussion in which actually man is going to bring me,
Like walk me down the
yeah,
aisle?
yeah, walk you down.
Yeah.
If my stepdad, or in this case my dad. But yeah, she's not being bad.
No, she's
Obviously,
not.
she's not being a bad daughter if she cares about his stepdad, because it's not about like actual family position, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's more about how they treat you, and also if she finds that her stepdad is treating her better, obviously caring for her, if she's being healthy, if she's being, she's having good
Yeah, of
relationships
course.
at
And, like,
school. I mean, that's what a normal dad would do, you know what I mean? And dad is literally being a stranger for her,
Yeah.
because he's not even caring. So
No, he's not. I mean, I agree with you. Like, the stepdad is being more of a dad, and
yeah.
I would say,
What?
oh, so that was my timer. Okay, so I can actually relate to this because my dad left me when I was like 3 or 4, and then my mom had a new boyfriend, which is my stepdad. And I would say he is more of a dad to me because he was there for me, just like this stepdad is there for his stepdaughter.
Yeah.
And I would call my stepdad my dad because my real dad was never really there for me. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it must be quite thought though. But obviously, if you have that stepdad that actually is caring for you, um, definitely like blood ties don't matter that much.
Yeah.
I think during the past couple of years, I've discovered that um, blood ties will always be there, but you can choose your own family. You can choose your own family, definitely.
Exactly.
So yeah, she's not being bad. She's
No,
just
she's not.
trying to express herself and just Reddit. That's
Yeah.
what we do, just kind of review some stories.
Exactly,
on Reddit,
and
yeah.
I don't think she is the asshole. I don't think she should be thinking all these bad things.
No.
And for the question about who should walk her down the aisle, I would definitely say the stepdad because he has been there for her entire life. When
Yeah.
she graduated school, I mean, the dad wasn't even there, but
Yeah.
the stepdad was. So.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, let's go on to the second one, which is about friendship. So we're going to move on to friendships now.
Cool.
So, am I an asshole for not forgiving my bestie for ghosting me for 6 months? I was trying to come out to my bestie Danny about 6 months ago. I wanted to find a time we could talk in person privately, and all of a sudden he got weird and distant, then stopped answering my texts. It really hurt to be ignored. When I texted him saying I missed our friendship, I didn't even know why he was ghosting me after being close for years. Then 6 months later, he texted me saying his ex, Meg, wanted him to distance himself because she saw us flirting. I was baffled. I never was flirting. I super not into dudes. And around the time he disappeared, I'm trying to work up the courage to tell people in my life. I texted him back, Danny, I'm a lesbian. That's what I was trying to say 6 months ago. I wasn't fucking flirting, and it's really shitty. You left a friendship off over nothing. He said Meg got the wrong idea because she just knew I wanted to meet up with him without her there. I said, yeah, because I had something sensitive and kind of scary for me to say. I wanted to talk with one on one with a few of my best friends, not him, and also someone I've only met a few times. He said he was sorry, but honestly, I didn't really want to accept his apology. I was going to friends for support because coming out to my family and he just disappeared. My family didn't take things well, and it led to a shitty few months when I had to go and find a new place to live because shit got that bad at home. I could have really used a friend to lean on, but instead one of my closest friends ghosted me with no explanation, making stuff so much harder. So I told him I don't really accept his apology. He should have told Meg no. He's not ghosting a bestie over 10 years over nothing, but he didn't. And he made me feel like he'd throw me away for someone he met under a year ago. I only reached back when they ended things. He was really upset I didn't forgive him for that, and I felt kind of bad, but also genuinely think he hurt me a lot, and I wouldn't feel good about going back to my friends like nothing was wrong. Am I an asshole for not accepting his apology? Well, I don't think.
It's kind of ghosting you.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, I got quite a bit weird.
Oh, don't worry. Fun channel. Fun podcast. But no, I don't think she is the asshole because she really needed her best friend like after 10 years of 10 years. Like she really needed him, and because like her family didn't even take it that well. So she really needed a friend, and especially one of like the closest friends.
Yeah. Friendship is just to support each other. And obviously, he wanted to apologize, which is fine. It's fine to acknowledge your own mistakes. But also, it depends how he said that apologize. Because I find that some people just apologize for apologizing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They didn't really feel it, or they didn't really acknowledge what they did wrong. Just like say sorry, and they pretend that all these scars or wounds that they have left will be covered only by a word. You know what I mean? I think that apology, rather than apology, it needs to take time to improve yourself, and then I think that if after the apology he decided to hang out with him quite a bit more and trying to explain his girlfriend that she was actually having a bad time. He was just trying to be nice with her because they're supposed to be friends, right? I think she could have, like, his girlfriend could have understand that. But yeah, after the apology, it needs to come an action rather than a simple apology. Because it's like saying sorry, that's it, but it won't change anything. So if that dude could have like trying to improve, I think that the girl that is writing in Reddit could have understand and just say like, all right, I forgive you, but that action didn't come. So maybe that's why. No, she's not being bad for.
No, I wouldn't say no. She's not the asshole because like, he would, but like here's the thing, he would go back to his ex, like because they got back together, like he would go back and just leave her side of 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah, they were best friends for like 10 years.
No way. And then 6 months.
Yeah, and then 6 months ago he got back with his ex and just left her. I mean, that's just a bad friend.
So yes, resume.
Yeah.
Do not change friendships for love.
No, you shouldn't. I mean, if had that friend for so long, you shouldn't just throw all that friendship away and all that love that you put into that friendship for your girlfriend or boyfriend.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Let's see what this true Duchess said about it. Okay, so this person said, "Not the asshole. You don't owe Danny anything, but you might owe it to yourself to give him a chance to see if he's learned anything." Now that is a good comment from True Duchess, because she's got a point, because you don't really owe Danny anything. Like, the girl doesn't owe him anything, but it couldn't hurt to just meet up at least, like, so you can explain it, like give an explanation of why.
Yeah, we all deserve an explanation. If someone is apologizing to us, definitely they need to acknowledge what they did wrong.
Exactly.
And tell to us straightforward, I did this wrong, I'm so sorry about this.
Yeah. Even if, like, she doesn't want to accept an apology, that's fine, like, we totally get that. But she does owe it to herself to give an explanation, so to give him a chance to explain himself. Yeah.
What can we do about it?
Exactly. Well, just life lesson. Don't choose friendships over love. Well, don't choose love over friendships.
That's correct. Yeah, just try to have a correct balance in your life, and you will see that all will be sorted out. That's the main thing. Just not to try to put friendships of love or love of friendships. Just to have a correct balance. In all the aspects of your life, you see that always getting sorted.
Yeah. Well, for being on my podcast.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. And looking forward to just being over the episodes of this new podcast. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for more of my podcast. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.